Sometimes we be out here really trying to reduce ourselves just to fit in. So I say that to say this. Don't reduce yourself just to fit in. Set the bar, okay? Set the bar. Like, I remember working in certain jobs and feeling like I had to kind of reduce myself just to fit in because there was already a territory type of thing going on. And I would constantly kind of like, all right, let's just bring ourselves down low, especially like being a Black female working and even just in corporate. It's very different. And I can literally count how many people were even there that looked just like me. Well, there was about 4 of us on my floor. So it wasn't a lot of us. So I had to work, of course, a bit harder, but sometimes I felt like I had to reduce myself just to kind of fit in within, like, I guess you could say, the culture of it. And when I left that job, I said to myself, even before I left, I said, I will never reduce myself ever again. I'm going to set the bar. I'm going to set the tone. See, some of us right now, we are reducing ourselves just to fit into certain circles, environments, around certain people. But I ask you this, how do you feel about that? How are you feeling right now? What is going through your brain? Don't you feel at the end of the day a little bit exhausted and you can't wait to take that mask off and just be your authentic and full self? Are you finding that part of you starting to bleed into other parts and other relationships, other connections you have, because it becomes like such a big swarm or tsunami of people pleasing, and all you want to do is just make everybody happy but yourself? You feel exhausted, you feel aggravated, you feel annoyed, you feel sad, you definitely feel angry, and you're mainly angry with yourself. So like, I say this to say that is never ever reduce yourself just to fit in, and never ever reduce yourself just to make other people happy. Okay, never reduce yourself. Start setting the bar, setting the tone. All right, you control the pace of how fast and how far you grow. Nobody and no one will ever take that away from you, not even if they try. All right, not even if they try, because that's primarily just yours. So don't you ever from now on ever reduce yourself. You better start setting the bar. And if you don't know what the bar is, start just looking at some ways of creating your own avatar. Create your own avatar. What would your ideal person look like? I ask yourself these questions. It's my number one pillar in living and loving dope life. There's 7 of them. And the first pillar is get to know who you are. It's very imperative for you to at least get to know who you are just a little bit. Not just to get to figure out what you like, but to figure out what you don't like. Because chances are you've been accepting a lot of stuff for so long that you were just kind of masking it every time with a piece of masking tape. And you're like, it's okay. Like, I'll handle it. No big deal. But yo, rip off that masking tape and say, yo, Flip, I don't like this at all. I straight up do not like when a person does this, this, and this. And I'm going to start creating boundaries around that so I can honor myself respectfully, whether it's mentally, emotionally, my energy, whatever the case is. You don't got to act a certain way just to appease people. I say that again. You do not have to act a certain way to appease people, because I want you to think about it. How long do you think you can keep up that entire charade? How long do you think you could keep up that entire act? It takes a toll. Eventually, there's going to be one day when you may snap. And then people are going to be like, I don't understand what's wrong, what's going on, blah, blah. But you know, and probably even I would know, it's been building for a long time. You don't start setting the bar. You don't got to reduce yourself for nobody. You need to start setting the bar for you. Set the tone. Start setting the tone. And you never even realize there's probably going to be people behind you who've been waiting for someone like you to step up.